Have you ever felt a presence around you when you were alone? This question, simple yet profound, opens the door to a world of mystery and intrigue, a world where the physical and spiritual realms intermingle. This is the realm of spiritual presence, a realm that many of us are curious about and seek to connect with. Indeed, the desire to reach out to this spiritual realm, to communicate with spirit guides or loved ones who have passed on, is a common human experience. It's a yearning for connection, for guidance, for reassurance that our messages are being heard and that our loved ones are still close by. Yet how does one know if they're truly connecting with spirit? How can we discern if our silent pleas, our deepest thoughts, and our most heartfelt words are being acknowledged by the spiritual realm? One way to ascertain this is through the physical sensations and signs that spirit communicates. These signs of spiritual presence can be subtle or profound, fleeting or lasting. They can come to us as sudden chills or goosebumps, even when there's no apparent cause. It's as if a gentle brush of energy has swept across our skin, whispering to us that spirit is near. Perhaps it's a tingling sensation, a wave of electricity that courses through specific areas of our body, like the scalp or the back of the neck. Or maybe it's a sudden change in temperature, a warm or cold spot in our surroundings that points to a fluctuation in spiritual energy. Sometimes it's the sensation of being watched, of being surrounded by unseen entities. Or it could be the feeling of our hair standing on end, a gentle caress from the other side that reminds us we are never truly alone. And then there are the intuitive insights, the sudden thoughts or feelings, the instant downloads that provide us with guidance or understanding. These are the messages from spirit, the whispers from the other side that tell us we are heard, we are seen, and we are loved. Bear in mind, though, that these experiences of spiritual presence are subjective and can vary greatly from person to person. Some may experience physical sensations, while others may perceive spiritual energy in different ways. As we venture further, let's explore the signs that indicate the presence of the spiritual realm around us. Ever experience sudden chills or goosebumps without any apparent reason? This phenomenon is more common than you might think. It's a sensory experience that can leave you puzzled, especially when it occurs without an obvious cause, like a drop in temperature or a gust of wind. But what if these chills and goosebumps were signs of something more? What if they were gentle reminders of the closeness of the spiritual realm? When we talk about spiritual presence, we often imagine ethereal apparitions or dramatic signs. But the truth is, the signs of spiritual presence can be far subtler, often manifesting as physical sensations that we may overlook or dismiss. One of these signs is the sudden onset of chills or goosebumps. It's like a brush of energy against your skin, a faint but palpable sensation that leaves you with a sense of wonder. These chills are often described as waves of energy washing over you, a sensation that can be both comforting and intriguing. Goosebumps, on the other hand, are like tiny ripples on the surface of your skin. They rise without warning, creating patterns that seem to dance and twirl in response to an unseen force. It's like your body is echoing the whispers of the spiritual realm, responding to their gentle nudges in a language of its own. These sensations are not to be feared, but embraced. They are reminders that we are interconnected with the spiritual realm, that we are part of a vast and intricate tapestry of existence that extends beyond our physical world. The next time you feel a sudden chill or your skin prickles with goosebumps, pause for a moment. Breathe in the experience, let it wash over you. Consider the possibility that it's not just a random occurrence, but a sign of spiritual presence. It might be a loved one reaching out from beyond, a spirit guide making their presence known, or the universe itself whispering its secrets to you. Whatever it is, remember that these chills and goosebumps are not mere physiological reactions. They are messages, signals from the spiritual realm, reminding us of our connection to the unseen world. So, the next time you feel a sudden chill, consider the possibility of a spiritual presence. Have you felt a tingling sensation, particularly in your scalp or back of your neck? This is not just a random occurrence. It's a phenomenon often associated with the presence of spirit, a unique form of communication from the spiritual realm. Imagine a wave of electricity, a ripple of energy that suddenly washes over you. It's like a cosmic tap on the shoulder, a hushed whisper in the wind. This is how tingling sensations often feel when spirit is reaching out. They are subtle yet distinct signs that you're not alone, that A spiritual entity, be it a spirit guide or a departed loved one, is making their presence known. These tingling sensations often manifest in specific areas, such as the scalp or the back of the neck. They can also present as a sudden rush of energy that envelops your entire body, a brief yet palpable shift in your physical state. It's as if you've stepped into an invisible current, a stream of spiritual energy that momentarily sweeps you off your feet. The sensation is not scary or overwhelming, but rather comforting and reassuring. It's a reminder that the spiritual realm is within reach, that our spirit guides and loved ones are never too far away. They are here, watching over us, guiding us, and occasionally giving us these gentle nudges to remind us of their presence. These tingling sensations are like a cosmic language, a form of communication that transcends the boundaries of our physical world. They're spirit's way of saying, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm with you. It's important to remember, though, that these sensations are not just random occurrences. They're spiritual signposts guiding us towards a deeper connection with the spiritual realm. They're invitations to open up, to listen, to engage with spirit on a more profound level. So next time you feel a tingling sensation, don't dismiss it as just a random occurrence. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to tune into this spiritual energy. Embrace the possibility that this might be a sign from spirit and a message from beyond the veil. These sensations might be subtle, but they're profound reminders of the spiritual connection. Ever noticed sudden changes in temperature around you? This might not just be a result of your physical environment, it could very well be a subtle sign of spiritual presence. This might seem a tad unusual, but let's delve a bit deeper into this fascinating phenomenon. Temperature changes in your surrounding environment can often be attributed to the movement of spirits. Yes, you heard that right. Spirits can influence the energy around us, causing noticeable shifts in temperature. Sudden cold spots, for instance, can be an indication of a spiritual entity making its presence known. It's like a sudden gust of winter breeze in the middle of summer, a chill that seems to come from nowhere. On the flip side, you might experience unexplained warmth, akin to a comforting embrace. This warmth is often associated with the presence of a loved one who has passed on, a gentle reassurance that they are close by. It's like a warm, comforting blanket on a cold, dreary night, a sign that you're not alone. The key is to be aware of these shifts. If you're in a room and suddenly feel a cold spot or a warm patch, take a moment to observe. It might not always be a draft or a heating vent. It could be a sign that a spirit is near, trying to communicate or simply making its presence known. It's important to remember that these experiences can be quite subjective. Some people might be more sensitive to these changes than others. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You might feel a sudden drop in temperature, while someone else in the same room feels nothing at all. These temperature changes are just another way spirits can communicate with us. They might not be able to speak in the way we do, but they certainly have their ways of making their presence known, and temperature changes are one of those ways. So, the next time you feel a sudden warm or cold spot, it might be more than just a draft. It could very well be a sign that a spirit is reaching out to you, trying to let you know that they're there. After all, we're all part of this vast, mysterious universe, and we're definitely not alone. Have you ever felt like someone is watching you when you're alone? It's a sensation that can send a shiver down your spine, a prickling awareness that you're not as alone as you thought. This feeling, my friends, is often more than just an overactive imagination. It can be a sign of spiritual presence, a signal from the other side. When we talk about spiritual presence, we're not necessarily referring to a spooky, eerie sensation. It's more of a comforting, albeit mystifying, feeling of companionship. It's a sense of being observed, of being surrounded by unseen entities who are there to guide and protect. This sensation of being watched is not something to fear. It's a powerful indication that spirit is nearby. It's as if they're peering over your shoulder, offering silent support and guidance. They're paying attention to your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, and they're there to provide comfort and reassurance when you need it most. Imagine walking into a room and sensing a shift in the energy, a feeling that someone else is there with you. It's not necessarily a physical presence you can see or touch, but rather an energetic presence you can feel. You might sense a change in the room's atmosphere, a sudden chill, or perhaps a warmth that wasn't there before. The sensation of being watched can manifest in various ways. For some, it might be a feeling of eyes on the back of their neck. For others, it could be an inexplicable feeling of being observed. even when there's no one else around. Remember, these experiences are subjective and can vary from person to person. Some people are more attuned to these spiritual sensations than others. It's not about being special or gifted, but about being open and receptive to the subtle energies around us. The key is to stay aware and attuned to your surroundings. Don't dismiss these feelings as mere coincidence or imagination. Take note and consider the possibility that a spirit guide or loved one is trying to make their presence known. Feeling watched might be unsettling, but it could also be a sign of spiritual companionship. So, the next time you sense that someone's watching you when you're alone, don't be alarmed. It might just be a friendly spirit saying hello from the other side. Ever had sudden thoughts or feelings that seem to come from nowhere? You're going about your day and out of the blue a thought strikes you, or perhaps you're pondering a problem, and suddenly an answer appears in your mind, clear as day. These moments of clarity, these intuitive insights, are another way the spiritual presence can communicate with us. Often these insights come when we least expect them, when our conscious mind is relaxed and our subconscious mind has room to breathe. They can appear as sudden thoughts or feelings, like a flash of inspiration, an unexpected solution, or a profound understanding. Yet these insights are not just random thoughts. They carry a depth and weight that ordinary thoughts lack. They have a sense of rightness about them, a sense of truth that resonates within us. They feel more like a download of information, a message that has been implanted in our minds. These messages can take many forms. They can be words, images, feelings, or even sensations. They can provide guidance, offer reassurance, or bring understanding. They can help us make decisions, solve problems, or navigate challenging situations. They can bring comfort, peace, or clarity in times of confusion or distress. However, it's important to remember that these intuitive messages are subtle. They don't shout, they whisper, they don't demand attention, they gently nudge. They require us to be still, to be open, to be receptive. They require us to tune into our intuition, to trust our inner knowing, to listen to our inner voice. So, the next time you have a sudden thought or feeling, don't dismiss it. Pause, reflect, explore. It might be an intuitive insight, a message from the spiritual realm. It might be a sign that you are not alone, that you are connected, that you are guided and loved. These sudden downloads of information might be more than just random thoughts. They might be messages from the spiritual realm. So how can we become more receptive to these signs of spiritual presence? The key lies in one powerful principle: attunement. Attunement is the process of tuning into your body and senses, of becoming aware of the subtle shifts and changes that signal the presence of spirit. Imagine your body as a finely tuned instrument capable of picking up the subtlest vibrations of energy. Just as a musician must learn to listen carefully to the notes played by their instrument, so too must we learn to pay attention to the signals our bodies send us. When we are attuned, we can feel the subtle shifts in energy that indicate the presence of spirit. We can sense the gentle brush of energy against our skin, the sudden chills or goosebumps, the tingling sensations, the changes in temperature, all signs that spirit is near. But attunement is more than just physical awareness. It's also about emotional and mental openness. It's about being willing to receive messages from spirit, to trust in the guidance they provide, and to act on the insights we receive. Being attuned means being open to the possibility of spiritual presence, even when it defies our rational understanding. It's about trusting in our intuitive knowing, even when it contradicts our logical thinking. And how do we cultivate this sense of attunement? It begins with mindfulness, with being present in the moment. It involves paying attention to our bodies, our emotions, our thoughts. It means taking time each day to quiet our minds, to tune into our inner world, to listen to the whispers of our intuition. Meditation can be a powerful tool for cultivating attunement. Through meditation, we can quiet the chatter of our minds and tune into the subtle energies within and around us. We can learn to sense the presence of spirit, to perceive their guidance, and to trust in our intuitive knowing. But attunement doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. It requires patience, practice, and perseverance, but the rewards are well worth the effort. By becoming attuned to our bodies and senses, we can enhance our ability to perceive and understand the signs of spiritual presence. We can deepen our connection with spirit, receive their guidance, and find comfort in their presence. So, my friends, I invite you to embark on this journey of attunement. Tune into your body, your senses, your intuition. Be open to the guidance of spirit. Trust in the signs and signals they send you. Remember, any change or feeling, no matter how small, might be a sign that spirit is reaching out to you.